Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is Dillon Talk Sports. My name is Dillon. In today's video, what we're going to be discussing is we're going to be talking about Shohei Ohtani, the alien baseball player that plays for the Los Angeles Angels, and discussing the fact that this man, let me say this correctly, is being offered possibly upwards of $600 to $700 million. You heard that correctly. Over possibly a 12 to 15 year span is going to be offered anywhere from $600 to $700 million for his MLB contract. We're going to break it all down. We're going to discuss everything here in today's video, and I'm going to give my opinion on if I think he is earning that money and is worth that money. Spoiler alert, yes he is. But before we go any further, if you enjoy, drop a like. It's appreciated if you do so. And without further ado, let's get into it. Now, when it comes to Shohei Ohtani as a player, what does he bring to the table that can say, hey boss, I am worth this much money, let me prove it? Let's think back in history of how many players we know that have been able to pitch at 95 to 100 miles per hour and also hit anywhere from 30, 40, 50 home runs in a single season. Maybe him, maybe Babe Ruth, and that's about it. I don't even think Babe Ruth could throw 100 miles per hour. When it comes to Shohei Ohtani and what he brings to the table, like I said, he can pitch and he can hit. Let's look at some of the batting statistics, and I'll put them up on screen so you guys can see them as well. But you can see here across his couple years in the league, we're going to basically just look at the last few years that he's been in the league, because the first few years he was kind of just like feeling himself out, and then ever since 2021, he has just been on a dynamite roll. You'll see in 2020, obviously we don't count that year with COVID. 2018, 2019, he was feeling himself out. But 2021, 2022, 2023, holy moly, hits off the charts. The home runs, 46, 34. So far at this point at the time recording this, he's already at 43. He might finish up the year up in 50s. I mean, you look at the awards that he's won over the years. His first year in the league, he won Rookie of the Year. In 2021, he was an All-Star, won MVP, was a Silver Slugger award winner. 2022, he was the All-Star again. Came in 4th place for the Cy Young Award. Think about that. He won a Silver Slugger Award and almost won a Cy Young Award within a year apart. He came in 2nd place for the MVP award in 2022, mainly because of Aaron Judge hitting the 62 home runs. Everybody was talking about that all year long, so MVP pretty much was destined to go to Aaron Judge at that time. And then we look at this year, he's already become an All-Star. He's got a good shot to become another Silver Slugger Award winner. Maybe he can get Cy Young Award winner. It's looking like there's maybe 2 or 3 guys already ahead of him that are probably going to get the Cy Young Award, but Shohei's right up there in the discussion. Moving on to the pitching, obviously it'll be on screen so you guys can see it as well. But you can look here at his pitching throughout the years. 2018, like I said, kind of started off with a just kind of feeling himself out. 2020, he only got a few starts within that year, obviously because of COVID. But since then, 2021, 9-2, 3.18 ERA. 2022, the year that he came in 4th place for the Cy Young Award, 15-9, 2.33 ERA. He was dealing. And then 2023 so far, he's about 10-5. with about 3.17 ERA. Looking down at the strikeouts, you guys will see there in 2022, I think was his best year pitching wise. He had 219 strikeouts. At the time recording this, with how much time's left, at 165 strikeouts, I say he's got a good shot, maybe get up to like 190, maybe 195 at best. Besides that, think about it. What player do you see out here going out? And let's look at the pitching before I take this off. You have the pitching, he's got a career average of 3.02. I believe a good career average is maybe like a 3.1, 3.2, if you correct me if I'm wrong. A great career ERA would be like maybe like the mid 2s, 2.4, 2.5. A elite ERA would be like in the 1.9, 1.8. But he's like hovering right there around like 3. So he's already got a pretty good ERA. And then going back to the hitting, the man is like just doing things that we have not seen before. I mean, look at the batting average. He's just been going up and up and up. 2021, 2.57. 2022, 0.273. And then this year, he's at a 0.304. I'm going to say it now. This man 100% deserves that money. The big thing that's kind of struggling with this is I see a lot of people that are saying he's worth the money. But then I'm looking at some of the other contracts that have already been given out in the past few years. Looking at some of the recent contracts that have been giving out whenever it comes to the biggest contracts. We have Aaron Judge at a 9-year, $360 million contract. Harper had the 13-year, $330 million contract. Corey Seager had the 10-year, $325. We had Garrett Cole had a 9-year, $324. Manny Machado had a 10-year, $300 million contract. From there, it just kind of keeps going down. But when we go back up to the top, like I said, Aaron Judge had a 9-year, $360 million contract. That estimates out to about $40 million a year. Now, when it comes to Shohei Ohtani's case, with him getting upwards of $700 million over probably a 12-year span, basing off of how old he is, I believe he's 29 at the time, so 12 years would put him about 41 years old. That would put him around $58 million and some change. Still a lot of the fucking money. Now, when it comes down to if he's going to be signing back with the Angels or if he's going to have to go somewhere else, that remains to be seen. Now, do I think he's going to go back to the Angels? That's a hard one to predict, because right now I believe they've already been paid Mike Trout with the big contract. Do they want to do a double-double for 2 big-ass contracts, and that's going to make it tricky to sign other players unless the owner of the Angels digs into the pockets a little bit? I'm hearing a lot of news saying that he's probably going to end up with a team like the Dodgers, or maybe like the Padres might try to go for another big-time target. Maybe a team like the Astros might decide to say, hey, screw it, we're going to go pay some money. Or even a team like, I know the Yankees are struggling, but they might try to go after him because they always have money. Or even a team like the Mets, even though they just paid a lot of money for some pitchers that they just traded them both. So I don't see that happening. If anything is going to happen, I do think he's going to get that big-ass contract upwards. It's going to be at minimum $600 million, probably up towards like the $680 million contract. Does it go with the Los Angeles Angels? That I don't know. I think it's going to be either the Angels or the Dodgers. Those are the 2 teams that he'll probably want to sign with, because I think he loves living in LA. He loves the area. I mean, who wouldn't love living in LA? I think it just comes down to if he wants to be with either the Angels or the Dodgers. It's going to come down to if he likes the Angels, he likes the team, he just likes the area, they're better, and he just loves that organization. Or does he want to go for championships? Because I don't see the Angels going for a championship anytime soon. It just seems like they need so much help, and every year it seems like they look like they kind of have the talent, but they always are just like this average team. Either Mike Trout gets hurt, somebody gets hurt, and they end up just being like an average 500-ish team by the end of the year. So it kind of comes down to, with Shohei, if he wants to go just get an easy title, because if this man goes to the Dodgers, that team has no excuse but to win next year. But then if he decides to come back to LA, or well, stay in LA, in Anaheim, going with the Angels, he's going to be put in a spot where he's being the hometown favorite. He's taken the team that brought him into the MLB. He's going to stay here. He's going to join the ride. But he needs to realize, if he decides to sign back with the Angels, and when within 2, maybe 3 years, they're still not winning, he's going to look at the Dodgers and say, man, I wish I went there, because the Dodgers got everything. The Dodgers got so much talent. Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, still got Clayton Kershaw over there. They got so much talent loaded, and just drop Shohei in there. If he's pitching the way he is for the next 5 to 10 years and hitting the way he is right now, that team would be winning titles year after year after year. But other than that, that's all I got to discuss for today's video. Like I said, I wish Shohei the best. I think he'll get that money. I think whatever team, whether it's the Dodgers, the Angels, or whoever ends up signing him, they're gonna have to bring a bag in order to acquire him. So hopefully a deal gets done after the offseason. But if you did go on to enjoy today's video, make sure you drop a like. It's always appreciated if you do so. If you disagreed with anything I said here in today's video, or just wanted to talk about it, debate anything that I said, if you think he's not worth the money, if you think he's worth even more than $700 million, let me know down in the comments. More than welcome to talk about it, discuss it, debate it. And if you're enjoying the content that I am posting here, you're watching the videos, you like just watching my videos in general, you can always subscribe. Button, it's somewhere right here. It's free. It costs nothing. You can hit it, hit the notification bell, and you'll be notified the second I'm posting new videos here on the channel. But without further ado, this has been Dillon Talk Sports. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.